And there's a huge kind of thought of when we get older, we're not going to be able to do as much, and we're going to hurt more, and we're going to be stiff, and we're, going to have all of these potential, what we would define as chronic pain
Mm.
symptoms, and we're not going to be able to run as fast or as far or at all, or walk up a hill, or, all of these weight bearing things. Is that true?
I heard this quote recently. I need to remember say it properly. You don't stop doing things because you get older. You get older because you stop doing things. And like you said, we all have this belief, subconscious belief that, well, we're going to get old, so this is normal. And I hear it all the time with my clients. Oh, it's just old age. Like my hip's bad. I'm probably going to need surgery, but that's what happens when you get old. And it's like, oh no, like don't have that mindset, because the mind is powerful. Like you think that's your path. You've just created that before you physically manifest. But two, if we give the body the attention it needs, we can really have so much more longevity and prolong that. Like, yes, time on this planet, the longer you've been on this under this gravitational pull, right? The earth is we've got gravity and it's compressing us. That's why you get shorter as you age, because literally like gravity is compressing us, and that is true. But if we can do things to keep us decompressed, right? Like releasing our fascia, which is that connective web. Like if that's getting tight and compressed with time, then you want to do things that are going to decompress that so that we can actually have a bit more longevity. And these things that happen when we're old can actually not happen in our 60s, but maybe they start to happen in our 90s. We can prolong that kind of state of age.
So
Yeah.
what do you do to prevent that? What's your plan of action?
So to release fascia, it needs pressure and movement, and the movement is coming from the breath, right? So that movement, that oxygenation of the cells that we're after to decompress and release, right, and lengthen or create flow in the body, that is coming from our breath, breathing in that good stuff. And then that detoxification is really, really important. So again, then that's when your lymphatic system comes into it as well. Oh, another system. The body is so clever. It's got all these systems to self-heal. It's got all these things it wants to heal. It wants to get rid of the waste. Right? But if we just keep stuffing it with more chemicals or bad food or lack of movement, like most of us don't move enough, or we move too hard and we put our body under too much physical stress, and we think of exercise as this punishment, and we're just creating more stress to the nervous system, so it's tensing up more. That's what I did for my 20s as a dancer, right? You, as an athlete, you're just punishing your body, and then when you stop, you're like, oh, I've got, that's why we're so much pain when you stop that sport. I've gone on a tangent, but anyway, what was your question? What I do to release it? um, it needs movement, but it needs movement that is low impact, right? So that your breath can fully oxygenate. And it needs that pressure. So like when you get a massage, the therapist is putting that pressure to stimulate blood flow so that the body can all the systems can have flow, and it can start to heal. The lymphatic system can have that flow to drain all those toxins out. And if that system's stuck, then your body, as we get older, is just getting more toxic, more toxic, more toxic. And then things like cancer come, and we're like, oh, it's because I'm old. And it's like, no, it's because your system hasn't released those toxins or like done its job. And it's just now it's like disease is coming. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's so complex yet so obvious,
Yeah.
isn't
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Which is, I guess, the
Yeah.
infuriating thing.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
just love, like, talking about, okay, so we get older, and of course we have all this pain. It's like, no, it's breaking down these myths that are actually not even being told to us. They're just kind of part of what we
Mm,
expect, our
mm.
expectations. And again, what we tell ourselves in our mind will manifest itself. Like
Yeah.
if we tell ourselves, you know, we are really X, whatever it
Mm.
is, then it's likely that we're either going to act in a
Work
certain way
produce.
to have that
Yeah.
behavior, or our body is going to manifest that because we're believing it.
Yeah.